The first ever Conductors Extravaganza, one choir, 15 maestros. It's happening at Winnie Madikizela Mandela Building, ZK Matthew Hall, Epitori. Today, Grand Piano Truth and the team is here at Mabopane, Bukamoso Bus Service.
Yes, passenger services.
Yes, in Pretoria. Guys, I've got Mr. Mdaga. He's the CEO of the institution. I've got Mr. Khaukhelo Mbiane, well-known music director. I've got Kamokhelo Diale, project manager with Conductors Extravaganza. Guys, yanamukela man ku Grand Piano Truth.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, today, sihlangene nge-event engaqhelekanga, event edibaniswa conductor by 15, but one choir. CEO, take us through.
All right. Actually, the event. Good afternoon to yourself
Yes.
and your viewers. Firstly, thank you very much for really coming to partner with us. We appreciate the piano.
Yes.
We appreciate you so much. So it's actually 16 conductors.
16 conductors.
Yeah, the idea came after the Bukamoso. So Bukamoso is 2.5 years old.
Yes.
And the idea came after we really entered the competition.
Yes.
In the country, in Africa, and the world. And we actually won every competition.
Yeah, you are world champions.
So the idea came then, and the team came to me and said, look, we're really not growing. We think we've reached city, we're not going beyond competitions. So we do shows and try to really attract a particular audience and as far as choral is concerned.
Yes.
So the music director came forward and we engaged together, myself and him and the president as manager. We engaged on the idea, conceptualized the idea, put it on paper, and then I was then given a task to really establish a team that will coordinate the show.
Yes.
MD was given a task to, which I think will speak to that, was given a task to really establish now the conductors that will work with the choir, because you know that you can call people, they can either harm the choir or especially with external people or grow the choir. So you needed to be very, very thorough in getting the type of conductors that we want to work with. So I was given a task to establish a team that will coordinate. Hence, I established a team that is led by Miss Diale as a project manager, because I worked with her before. I think 2017 I worked with her, and I know her capabilities. Also, she's not just a good chorister, but she's also a good administrator.
Okay.
Hence, I came. So Conductors Extravaganza, the idea is to say this choir is dynamic. This choir can really work with anybody and everybody.
Yes.
But more than anything, this choir should be different from any other choir that is there. And we respect these choirs, hence we work with their conductors. But also we're going to have projects that we will work with these choirs.
Yes.
But we want everything that we do should be different from anything that is already there. That is the idea beyond the concept.
Yeah, I get to see you. Music director,
Hi, sir.
you came up with 16 conductors.
Yes.
You chose music. What criteria were you using? Choosing conductors and choosing music.
Yeah, that's a bit challenging, but the criteria that I used when choosing the music, I firstly started with a light chat with the conductors. By then they were like 10 that I headhunted, and I just started a chat. If you were about to conduct Bukamoso, okay, which 2 pieces would you conduct? That's where I started the programming of the show without them knowing, of course. And we found out that if they conducted 2 pieces, the concert is going to be 4 hours. The choir can sing 22 pieces.
Yes.
So we had to take that down to 12, and then it came up again to 16, which a conductor is going to conduct 1 piece each. So on those 16 pieces, I went back to the conductors now and told them that now this is serious. you need to give me one between these two. Which one can you conduct? And that's how they chose. I would like to conduct this. Between the two, I'll take this one. Between like Mr. Njeza chose Siabonga.
Yes.
Yes. That's how I came up with the program. And with the criteria that I used to choose the conductors themselves, I wanted the concert to be one of its kind and to also celebrate the conductors of South Africa, taking the audience of the choral music back to the days of NCF. So obviously you would find, that's why you would find your Vusi Kanyile. I went for the conductors that made NCF to buzz back in the days. And I just wanted the people of choral music to come back to the concert hall and actually witness these people live, but now with one choir, a vibrant choir that can adapt to any conductor, to also show the people of South Africa that, it's possible. I'm a music director myself, but I can go tomorrow and conduct the chorus of La Scala, and it's possible. Why is it possible with professional orchestras, whereby conductors can travel the world and conduct? But with choirs, we tend to keep choirs to ourselves as music directors. With this, I'm trying to open and show the music directors of South Africa and everyone in the music space that it is possible, and it is possible here in South Africa, and it started with Bokamoso Arts Institute.
Coming to you, Mr. Yale, we know the current situation of the audience that is coming to watch the competitions to live or the festivals to live. It's difficult now. We saw that after COVID, we experienced it, so the hall is empty, but the choirs are there. If you have choirs like let's say Bukamuso, Kopano, Gauteng, you've got the Kaiser Chiefs and Sundowns and Parades. The hall should be full to its capacity, but the halls are empty. What's your plan on it?
Yeah, honestly speaking, it is tough because of COVID, but working with the team that I'm working with, it makes life very easy. For one, since we have 16 conductors that have choirs that they are conducting, we had hoped that, not hoped, but we are working with them closely so that they can bring in their choirs into the hall to come witness them outside of the choirs. So if you have a conductor that has 60 choristers, you already know that your hall has, if it's 16 conductors, then it's 60 multiplied by 16. Already we have numbers. But from the meetings that we've been having, we are trying a different approach. We're not going for your normal fan. We're not going for choirs being fans of another choir. We're trying to open up the market to your normal person who doesn't know choral music. So make it interesting to a level where you can get someone who's never been interested, but bring them to the hall because Bokamuso is that interesting. You'd never know which song we might sing that day. Who knows? We can have an ama piano song and turn it into a choral song, and then it's interesting for that day. So you'd never know. So we're not going for your normal church, your normal, the standard choristas that you know, but we're going for any person who is willing to listen to Bokamuso because Bokamuso is really that good. Yeah. So we're doing your radio interviews, we're doing your, now we're doing you guys. So we are open to any person at this point who's willing to come listen to us because we are really that great. Yeah.
Mr. Mdek, is it going to happen every year or is just a once-off thing?
No, no. I was talking to the project manager the other day that we must actually, because the plan is also to put you in the next post, the poster that we're going to run next week. We want to put partners that we have established or made relations with from today, yourselves and others. So the next poster that is going to come out next week will be saying first annual. So it's going to happen every year because the issue is that initially, and the MD would really attest when it was attest. Initially, the senior conductors, 24 conductors initially on the list. But because of the geometry, let's try it first, see how it works, and take it from there. So we have pull of option. Now these conductors must find expression almost every year. If this year we have these particular conductors, next year either we broaden or add the number, or we bring fresher thing. And the idea one day is to say, bring the young and the old, and really try to mix. And we were talking with the MD the other day with people. Hence, Ms. Diale was telling me that part of the thing that we're trying to do is to build strategic relations with already existing choirs. We don't want to come across as we want to work alone. The plan is to really bring back the yesteryears of choral music excitement. But also make sure that we now add flavor of new generation and new ways of doing things. So part of the plan is to one day have a show with a choir that is already which I'm not going to mention the name of the choir, already identified the choir, and we want to have a show that is called Old Meets the Young. Because we believe that our choir is bringing a totally different dynamic in the space. But that dynamic we cannot operate as if we did not find people already existing and leading the space. We really need to really make strategic relations. But number two, support and complement what is already been there. So like Ms. Diana says, ours is to 100% work with all of that. But we're really putting Bokamos Art Institute as the alternative brand in the choral space. Make sure that we ensure that, because ours is to build a brand. But in the process of building the brand, we don't want to think that we're better than the rest. The rest must also understand that we're building our own brand. So it's going to be an annual thingy. It's going to happen every year, but it's a huge but. This year, we might come to you and say, just let's go. Because Swaziland, Lesotho, Botswana, Zimbabwe, they want the show in those countries this year. So we still, after the 8th, I'm going to speak to the PL and the rest of the team and say, is it possible to take it to other countries?
Yes. Wow. How's on that day, orchestras are becoming.
Yes.
Talking about orchestra are using one orchestra, or you're changing, maybe Johannesburg, now you want Devon, or now you want Limpopo. There's an orchestra in Limpopo somewhere. Yeah.
Yes, with this gig, because it's showing its capabilities of being an international project. So it will depend, like when you go into KZN, it will be easy to collaborate with the KwaZulu-Natal Philharmonic and use their players. For this one, we're gonna use an orchestra called the Bukamuso Chamber Orchestra. It's gonna be formed by professional players from the Johannesburg Philharmonic. The people who are professional musicians in Pretoria and Johannesburg are gonna be showcased in that your giants in the music, like Miroslav Shakarian will be the concert master from the Johannesburg Philharmonic. So it shows already the standard of the orchestra that we're going for this project. So if it goes to KwaZulu-Natal, it will be a different one. If it goes to Cape Town, we will collaborate with the Cape Philharmonic. Yes.
16 conductors. How do you keep your choir to adapt in their different philosophies?
Yes, with the help of the CEO and the president, and the support that they give to me, firstly as the music director for this project, it also makes me, when I'm sitting at home, to also have ideas. Like the choir, I try and prepare them at all times, mentally, physically. I make sure that I talk to them about strength, about what to eat, what not to eat, because the choir needs to be ready. And me knowing most of these conductors that are coming personally, so I've made it my job to also do a research about each and every one of them, so that when I work with a Nyakola, for instance, by Mangata, I know what you will want in which section, or what we just did now. Then comes the dawn by Dr. Mzobe. I know what he will want when it comes to this section. So they come here, conductors already. I've worked with the choir on those different aspects. Yes. Yes.
This is big, Mr. Logistic challenges.
Ooh, we're talking 125 choristas 16 16 conductors and management. So it's over, let's say, plus minus 180 people in total that have to come here every weekend. Some, because we're speaking about people who are living in different parts of South Africa. So logistic wise, it is tough. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my team are holding it to the ground, but it's a bit challenging, but we are managing because it's a lot of people at once. And to speak on logistics for the day, I'm already excited thinking about it because wow. The management is really giving us 100% of the support in terms of getting logistics for the 8th in order. Some of the boxes are already ticked in terms of the day, but the day to day, I really have to commend the management getting people here every weekend to come rehearse. Some staying here during the week. You're talking about food for 125 people. You're talking about transport from different parts of the country, 125 people, 180 at max. You're talking accommodation for the conductors every weekend. So it's a lot of money and it's a lot of time. But the team that we have now, honestly, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be managing this. Because so far we left with 19 days and everything has been running smoothly as far as when we started. So I can honestly say everything is in order. Management is the backbone actually, and we are just the supporting structure so that this vehicle is a well-oiled machine. So in terms of that, we are really putting in the work.
Listen, listen to Kamo trying to be modest.
Modest.
Let me be very honest with you. One, I don't know what to say. Never said in my entire life. Never, never, never. This one just called me two years ago or 3 years ago to come and be an administrator, and we established this thing as co-founders, to myself, him, and the president, Diromban, because we need to make mention here. If it was not because of Diromban, we will not be here. We don't have sponsors. Nobody has sponsored us anywhere. So that man is really a glue to what we're trying to attain as a team. But to call me, who has never sang, and say, come and be a CEO of such a big dream and big mission, it was really challenging. But the support that I get from choristers to start with, because you can't lead people if they don't even understand where you're trying to go as a leader. So they will tell you that I come across as one of the most strict human being you can find. I
Come
fight
across.
every day. But I think they came to a level where they really understand me as a person, and they are supportive. All of them. I can fight. I even fight the president. I fight the MD, and all of that. But we are going in a particular direction. But we would not, in particular in this project, MD. Maybe let's agree that we will not be where we are if it was not because of Ms. Dial and her team. Because she will tell you that I can call and fight her at 1 a.m. At 6 o'clock a.m., I forgot about that, let's work. So she has, especially female, and I don't want to come across as sexist. Female are very emotional, and they are very emotional beings, and once you fight with them, they can take 3, 4, 5 days just to absorb that and be okay at a particular time. This lady and we need to give her flowers while she's still alive. She's holding this project together. She is really. I think after the show, she must just get a
massage voucher.
A voucher for massage.
Important, that one. Yo.
So I'm saying she must not be modest. I understand one must be humble, but MD, between me and you, mine is to authorize things. That's my job in this thing, authorize things and make sure that people understand the vision. But the actual job, it's because of her and her team, and the PR team, led by a 20-year-old. There's a lady called Resekho there. She's 20 and she's leading
A
this PR
personal
team.
headache, that one.
And once you have people like that at that age who are willing to really learn, because leading meaning in a process that you must serve, and I know that they've got their own egos, their own characters, but when it comes to working, they understand that this man is a driver, and Kafal has been in the space of music for over 20 years now, but Kafal understand that our leader is this man. And whether this man knows music or not, but he's an administrator and is good in doing, let's all follow behind his vision. And because of that, my brother, these things are possible. Because of that and their support and how they are willing to follow suit. Whenever I say, guys, we're going there, not that they agree. Sometimes they don't agree, but they need to follow because they trust me with their vision and leading their vision. So I understand she's trying to be modest. But Enyanin, Ubuko Bakeliers, her presence is medicine and oxygen.
You mentioned, Mr. Yale, that a conductor, I don't know if I got it clear. A conductor will come with a choir to watch.
That is more or less the approach we're trying to go with these conductors, because even though it's one choir 15 conductors, we're not trying to be like it's Bokamoso's show. So both parties need to take play. So if Bokamoso is saying we have 125 choristas, each chorista has to play their role in getting tickets sold, we expect the same energy from the conductors as the role players or stakeholders in the show. So they were more receptive, they were willing to take it that far. That's why you would have their videos put up so that they also play their part in promoting the show, because at the end of the day we're trying to celebrate them and the work they've done in the fraternity. So they didn't give us much. If anything, I feel like they the ones who brought it forward to say we are willing to take it that far and have our people come and watch us.
We know in choral music are related as a West industry. Ehluphekayo. Who's going to transport those guys? Just come to watch the conduct.
No.
Last week we had a meeting with the representative of choirs, some of representative of choirs. We have committed. Remember, our sole sponsor is Bukamuso Passenger Services and Kutwano Trading City. Those are transport companies owned by our president. So he has committed that if you are in Gauteng and you say you've got 50 people who bought tickets, we're going to send a bus. For us, and maybe we must make mention of ladies and gentlemen, for us it's not making money in this show. I can tell you now, our expenses for this show, they way surpasses what we're going to make out of sales of tickets. But we want to change the narrative that says the fraternity choral is the worst as far as poverty is concerned. That without really undermining anything, even the compensation for conductors, it will not be a normal one. It will not be a person goes to a show and they give them 5 rand to perform there. No. If they are used to getting 5 rand, they're gonna get 50 rand this time around. And to us, it's not about we are rich, we don't have money, but it is to say, to them, you are an artist in your own right. You are a performer in your own right. You must be respected at that level. We want to make this industry more, because I can tell you now, people say football is a universal language. It's not true. There are countries in the world that are not represented in your World Cup anything. But music, you can go to Jamaica, you'll hear Brenda Fassie. You can go to the country that you've never seen, you'll hear that they're playing John Legend and all of that. And because music is the universal language. And I can tell you, MD's dream is to, as the continent, to have, again, football as CAF. We must have our own body, our own body of music in Africa. Become organized so that we are able to have a voice, that we are able to claim our stake in government coffers. And for us to do that, we must be united. We must respect what we're doing. We must respect the fraternity. We must respect the craft. Once we arrive at a stage where they'll tell you, you call us and say, Bukamuso come perform, we ask you, how much are you going to pay us? And you say, how much do you charge? And say, okay, don't give us transport, don't give us food, we don't want those things we have. Don't give us those ones. There's our invoice. And if you don't want to accept our terms and conditions, it means you do not want to listen to Bukamuso. We charge. We charge for our performances. They listen. Not because of you saying we were the best or we're better than the rest, but it's to say to our colleagues in the space, to say it's high time we take ourselves serious so that the corporate world and other people start to take us serious. There's nothing that, out of other countries in the world, this music is very expensive. this music that we're doing in other countries is very expensive, and it's high time in South Africa we start to speak that language. So we will provide transport for everyone that is coming to our show, especially if they've grouped themselves to a number of 40 and above.
Guys, asina minionge hapa. Sifuna upractice. Any last words? 19 days left.
I can promise South Africa that what's coming they are not ready for. You know, seeing all the rehearsals winding up and just unfolding and looking at all the maestros showcasing their finest talents. You know, I don't think even on the NCF stage I've seen most of the maestros this brilliant.
Yeah.
So with this concert, I think people are just gonna be shocked. And the program, it's a blockbuster. It's that program whereby you will not go to the toilet until it's done.
Yes.
Because you will be in the loo and the heat. It's happening on stage, and you because the orchestra will be accompanying like 12 pieces.
Yeah.
So you know it means that we are there for a treat. It's not gonna be a normal afternoon in South Africa on the 8th of June. So I urge all South Africans to come and support this concert. The tickets are selling out very fast. And you know, people from Botswana, Swaziland, they are buying tickets in bulk. So it shows that this concert is really going to be something out of this world.
Just to close off on that too, I do not want to take away from moments outside of the music, because we've had close to 10 or 12 conductors come here every day, and you have people like Mangata who would conduct you musically and but still give word of advice to the ladies, and it sticks. So you get to see these conductors outside of their music space into their personal leadership. And you had Babam Zobe today who was saying a lot of wise words that will stick with most of us for the rest of our lives. So most of the people here sang with them, but some of us, it's our first encounter with legends that big. We've always seen them in stages far there, but now we get to experience them personally, and they're living so much wisdom that we didn't know about. Some stories that they tell us we only heard in tales, but to hear it from the person himself, it's really heartwarming. So we really like to thank them in the process of us going to the show, just to thank them and appreciate the knowledge they are imparting every day when they come here to these different kids who come from different parts of South Africa, some from broken homes, some from impoverished homes. They are really learning a lot musically and otherwise. Thank you.
Maybe from my side and on behalf of management, it is to firstly thank you guys, your team. I can tell you today that we can have all the resources and whether it's human resource and anything, but if we don't partner with strategic partners, whatever that we want to attain, we'll never attain.
Yeah, true.
So thank you so much. You guys must just know that you are stuck with us.
Yeah,
today.
forever.
We are a team. We are going to make sure that this partnership grows. And this partnership must benefit both of us. You guys must grow because of us, whether it's financial and otherwise. We must grow together. That's one. But number two, I want to put it out there that the president that we have, Tirompane, I want to mention him by name. He is just a blessing, not only to the choir or the fraternity, but in their personal lives as individuals. If I can make mention that 13 of them, they are at university because of that man, pays from his pocket. I think 40, if not 30 of them, they are 80%. Working. They even hired themselves in his company.
Yeah.
He makes sure that they are sorted. So I'm saying together. There's a quote that I always use that says we rise by lifting one another. So together we can make this possible. And please do not hesitate at any time to really knock and say, what can we do? We want to achieve as a team. So thank you very much. And to Tirompane is, may God bless and increase your territory. And to yourselves, can this become the biggest podcast in Africa, but also the biggest podcast in the world?
Space, yes.
And it can only happen if all of us we work together
Yeah.
for a common goal. So I urge everybody to buy tickets. I can tell you, I have guests. I've guests people like your Duduzani Zuma will be part of our guest team. I am hoping that there's a former president that I really need, and it's promising. So in that show, you're not only looking at people who are going to buy tickets and just choral lovers. We're also bringing business people. So choirs must buy tickets, but specifically they must come through, because Kamu said he's going to open a space for people to network. So choirs must come there, meet sponsors and network, because we're going to invite your BMW and other sponsors that are there. Choirs must come and come network for themselves there, and we all take. I can't wait to see Kopano, to see GC and everybody doing their own show, and we all go support.
Yeah.
We're going from today. Anybody else, and I challenge all choirs out there, if you have a show, bring 125 tickets to Bukamoso. We'll definitely buy them.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, there's a 500 rand spot that is selling. I don't know if I saw the
2,500 rand.
no,
The spot for the
500 for vendors.
Yeah, for vendors.
Oh, yeah.
Stalls. So on the day we are looking to have stalls. So our PR team has already put the poster out where it's open to anyone who would like to showcase or sell some of the products that they are doing at home. Your food, if you have merchandise like T-shirts or your embroideries, your necklaces. People do different things. So we are open. If we have a crowd of over 1,000 people, why not come and showcase or make a profit out of that and make something for the day? We're living in times where it's really tough, so any opportunity that is open to the public, please take it by chance. So 500 rand to sell as much as you can for the day. Yeah.
And then the team does not know, but it's a surprise.
Thanda kabi
I'm not
surprise
giving
me.
you money. Anybody out there who can, I made mention of two sponsors. I said Bokamoso Passenger Services and this one. So everybody out there who can tell us what is the name of the second sponsor, they will win a free ticket to come to the show, and they'll get it from you guys or ourselves. They'll call you or us. Please name before Friday. Name the second sponsor. It's a bus company. I've given you a hint. Name the second sponsor. You do that, you win a free ticket. But number two, Kamu and the management have made mention that anybody who buys 2 tickets and more stands a chance to win 2,500 on the day of the show. People must just buy tickets, and if you bought 2 tickets and more, and you have a proof that you bought 2 tickets at once, you will meet Ms. Diale or Ms. Resejo Mukwa and ensure that you give them a proof. Your name will stand a chance to win, and or your ticket, any of your tickets that you bought will stand a chance to win on the day. You will win yourself 2,500. Yes, sir.
ZK Matthews, William Atigizela Mandela, Pretoria. Here we come on the 8th. Conductors Extravaganza, 1 choir, 16 conductors.
Yes.
Ziawa.
Amen.
Grand piano, sharp.
Sharp, sharp.
Asantela.
Don't forget to buy